Hi guys, it's Chris. I've been gone a while. I had stuff to do, so yeah. I didn't realise how much work I would have been doing for my university course. So that's why I've been just gone for a good 6 months, I think. Anyway, today I've got some items that seem to be popular with the viewers. So I've got these two guys. And Mr. PlayStation controller. I'm going to do some whispering and that type of stuff. Apparently a lot of you like my voice. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's get started. these magic 8 balls. It's sometimes a pain to actually see one of the sides of the die. Oh, there we go. Focus and ask again. To be honest, I'm at fault there. I wasn't focusing hard enough. My apologies. Alright. Second question. And the answer is I hope this is good. No. A straight answer. That can be really good or really bad. Alright. I'll do a couple more questions. Think of your next question. Alright. Yeah, so, I've been away for a while. Yeah, I study film and television. And there's quite a few projects and essays. Some of you might like essays, but I'm not a big fan myself. Yeah, so, a few essays, major projects, so anything like a music video, for example. I didn't direct it, I did the cinematography for it. It's like all the lighting and all that, and the camera framing turned out pretty well. And then we did a TV commercial, which was quite interesting. I edited it, and it involved a guy with a watch walking in real time while everyone else was in slow motion. So we had a scene where the toast would shoot out of the toaster, and it would like shoot out in slow motion, and then he'd walk up and grab the toast. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, but they require a lot of time and effort. But still, I procrastinate a lot. And I feel really bad when I do. I think I'm not alone when it comes to procrastinating. I think everyone does it. It's like, it's just strange because I find that like sometimes I'll do stuff that I would never have, like, they're productive, but they're only productive because I'm avoiding doing something that I really need to do now. So like, for example, I need to be working on my short film, but I'm not. Instead I'm making an ASMR video, so yep. Anyway, back to the next question. Alright, you got your question in mind, and the answer is, come on, positively. Alright, we'll do one more question. So, sorry about that, excuse me. So, anyway, yeah, so that's why I've been absent for the last 6 months or so. I think it's been longer. I've also been considering vlogging. I don't know, I've been watching people like Casey Neistat and Roman Atwood. Pretty interesting. I've been watching a little bit of Fun for Louise as well. Yeah, it looks like fun, and plus it keeps you busy, you know. Like that's one of the main reasons I'm considering doing something like that. Because I don't care if people watch it. It's keeping me busy. And like, especially Casey Neistat, he's such an inspiration. You know, like even something as simple as when he's talking to me about. Sorry, talking to me. I wish. When he's talking about like why he gets up so early. And his answer was, I'm afraid of missing daylight. So he gets up before the sun rises and he stays up after the sun sets. And I think that's just so, like, awesome. Like, that type of state of mind is just something I really envy. And Roman just, you see his life and he's like, oh man, I wish I had a life like that, you know, a beautiful wife, 2 kids, a Nissan GTR. Oh my god, that's one of my favourite cars. That's actually my dream car, what he's got. So, like, yeah. Like, but I need to be careful as well, because I don't want to spend too much time, you know, watching them being jealous and just be like, oh man, I wish I was like them. Like, I want to do something about it. Like, obviously as a filmmaker, I want to be successful, you know, like, go to the, like, obviously, Academy Awards is really kind of pushing it, but, like, who knows where I can be in 10, 20 years, you know? And, like, the hard thing about filmmaking is you've really kind of got to give it your life. Like, if it's a passion that you're not willing to go and be, like, committed to for your whole life, then it's not really worth going for it. Like, I'm at the point where I'm not sure if I'm really, really, really passionate about it, and it's scary because I feel like moments, I love film, I love studying it, I love making films, and there are other times where I'm procrastinating. Like, you'd think if someone was really passionate about something, they would never procrastinate when they were trying to focus on that type of area. So it's been a confusing time for me. Anyway, next question. Mr. Magic 8 Ball, we all have a question for you. What is your answer? Wow, I've got a bit sore from shaking that around for a while. Alright, and the answer is, can I foretell now? You know what? I'm pretty sure that shake took about like 6 minutes, I think. So I'm gonna shake it again because that's just not worth it. No doubt about it. Well, Mr. Magic 8 Ball, the questions I had in mind were a bit personal, so I didn't share them, but most 2 out of the 3, I think I did 3, yeah, that's right. 2 out of 3 were good, one of them was bad. One of them was, will I have a good day at work tomorrow? And that's where the no came in. Not so personal, that one, but the other 2 were, so, you know, I like to immerse myself in these types of things because they are fun and they're interesting. So, alright. My arm is a bit sore from shaking that around. I tried to switch it up, but I wasn't getting the same sound with my left arm. I just realised this chair is so noisy. There's leather for you. In other news, I wonder if any of you guys watched Mad Max Fury Road. Holy moly. Like, yeah, it's good to be an Australian in that sense because it's George Miller, Australian director. Love it, love his work. Been a fan of Mad Max ever since I watched the first one, I think, a few years ago. I was a bit of a late bloomer because it was in Australia we have these classification setting where it's like R18 plus, which is like the highest you can go, and Mad Max 1 was R18, and like I watched it now, I'm like, R18, that's like possibly M rated to today's standards, but MA would have probably been the rating I'd give it now. Yeah, it was a good movie. I really liked the second one. The third one, I enjoyed the world building, but it was a bit of an odd third hour, like second half of the movie. But Mad Max Fury Road, oh my god! As someone who's like an aspiring filmmaker, just from the craft side of that movie, it just, like, obviously everyone knows about the fact that he used practical effects and all that, but even just like the cinematography, the use of sound, like the soundtrack is very kind of like, I remember in an interview with Tom Hardy, who plays the lead role of Max, he says it's just straight up rock and roll, and I agree with him. It's just an experience, not just a movie. And I watched it in the movies and I was just blown away, and I'm like, the 2 hours just went by like that, and I loved it. I also checked out ASM Matt I think his name is. Checked out his Fury Road collaboration thing. It's pretty cool. It was like one of those, like, you know how you have like, it was like a 3D immersion experience, like almost like where like the story takes part in like 3D around you. Just shut your eyes and you just immerse yourself. Like, it was awesome. But yeah, anyway. So I think I've used then some of you might want me to use this forever, but that's not going to happen. Goodbye, PlayStation controller. I always seem to knock the mic at least once every video. We're going towards the end of the video. So, for the next few months I'll be dedicating most of my time to this short film I'm doing. It's actually a horror short film. I'm really trying to capture a very eerie atmosphere. I don't know if any of you are fans of horror, but really kind of, if you've ever seen The Shining, I want a similar kind of feeling with the audience. Although it probably won't be as brilliant, but I'll try. And I think the thing that's scaring me is just I've got to accept that I'm probably going to make some bad short films early on. I'm just going to get by and learn through them, and then I can start creating something truly great. Or I could just create stuff that's great now, but sorry about that. But we'll see. It's very tough, especially at 20. Like, a lot of directors really kind of don't really start like smashing it out until once they're in the 30s. Don't get me wrong, there are still people in their 20s who are very successful filmmakers, but I think 30s onwards is when like people really start to mature in their filmmaking and really can. I don't know if it's also studios and people with the money not trusting people. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, if you're wondering why there was like a little cut there or dissolve,